going live. Hello, everybody. It is Self-Care Sunday. Kick off the holiday edition. Who's with us tonight? Who is here tonight? How are you guys doing tonight? Welcome to Self-Care Sunday, week 3839? 3839. Welcome to week 3839. Howdy, Kelly. How are you? Stephanie. Welcome. Yes, I wanted to put everybody in a festive thing, and I said, hey, can we change up our set tonight real quick? And show all the beautiful decorations that Cassandra had been working on all day. So welcome. How was your Sunday? Tell me what you are grateful for this Sunday evening as we kick off Self-Care Sunday. Tell me about it. I want to know. It is great to have you all here. It is a nice night in New England. Thank you, Kitty. Cassandra did a beautiful job on it today. Hey, Jennifer. Yes, Cassandra is a busy woman. She is. She decorated well today, and I did make the electrical connections and make all that work. Cookie baking. All right. I want to be with Stephanie. Grateful to be able to sit for a spell. I love that, Kelly. I love that. I am glad you were able to sit for a spell. That warms my heart that you were able to sit for a spell. I am really happy to hear that. I really am. We all need that. That's the whole theme of Self-Care Sunday. Even if you don't do it on Sunday, it is a theme to Self-Care Sunday. It's important. It's an important theme that you find time in your week to sit for a spell. I ended up working a little more than I had planned on today because we had somebody call out, but not too bad. And I got a little bit of a tiny bit of football tonight, and we dined on a fine dinner of brisket nachos tonight, which was really, really nice. Really enjoyed that. It's been overall a good day. I would have liked a little more downtime, but that'll come too. We'll work that in somewhere else in the week. We will work that in somewhere else in the week. You gotta make hay while you can make hay. And, it's November. We're still in November, and we're grateful for all that register ringing we can add to November right now so that we can really bang out November and really make things happen. But I'm glad you got to sit for a spell. Jennifer, did you make cookies today? Our Self-Care Sunday recipe of the week, the Self-Care Sunday recipe of the week from Patty Acquisto. Her favorite chocolate chip oatmeal cookies. You said you were going to bake. Cassandra looked at the recipe today and looked at it late and said, chill for 3 hours. The dough had to chill for 3 hours. So I don't know that we're getting those tonight. But I do believe they are coming to us at a future point. I don't know that we're going to get that far tonight. But did you get that far with you are the consummate baker. Stephanie's baking cookies tonight. I like cookies. Don't get me wrong, I love a good cookie. Thank you, Kim. Well, I wanted to show off. We changed up the set tonight, and made it work. I was like, and we did this just before we went live. I'm like, I'm normally behind and around here is where our most recent set has been, and I'm like, you guys need some festive. You need to share in this. You need to share in what Cassandra put together today to put in the festive spirit in our house and in our neighborhood. If you remember where our house is up on the top of the hill, one of the things, and this is a new spot for the tree. Normally we have the tree over on the other side of the fireplace, but we had to build a little ramp there for Nana, so we don't have that space over there. It's kind of in Nana's way of getting around. But the nice thing is this tree's on a timer, and these windows to this side of me, you can see this down the hill. So, the neighbors driving by on the street, looking up the hill, see this tree in the windows and look at it.
Talk about the retailer burnout. We decorated the store so much you don't want to do your own house.
Yeah. But the retail burnout is real. So as my peanut gallery has reminded me, the retail burnout is real. It's hard after decorating the stores to get excited about decorating your own house. It's real, Chris. Chris, I get it, because it's hard. You decorate the store, you price decorations and Christmas clothing and holiday, ho, 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 everything. The burnout, huh? Yeah, we've been dealing with Christmas for a full 3 months now. So the burnout is real. The burnout is very, very real with the holidays and the glitter fest that the holidays become. So it does become really hard to do your own. And that's why we wanted to share this in our own home with you. So bringing you into our home tonight and sharing what we created. And we do this for the neighborhood too, because these windows shine out to the rest of the neighborhood as they're driving out. So it's okay to accept that the burnout is real. It's not. I'm not the holly jolly decorator to begin with. Okay, that's Cassandra and Rebecca. That is not me. But we pulled the tree out, and we put it together, and more of it lit up this year than I think it has in years, and we made it all work. So, but we wanted to bring that serenity to you, okay? And that bit of calm tonight, we were talking about it just before we went on, because that calm is so important. You gotta, not to Seinfeld you, but serenity now. We gotta bring that serenity in, because this is a marathon, like I've been telling you all along. Okay, this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. And 3 years of old taxes. I love it, Kim. But this serenity now. You need this. You need your serenity. You need your space and your calm. You need a moment, like Kelly said, to take a deep breath and just breathe, okay? Have that moment of calm. We have sitting chairs around this side, and we can just take that moment of calm and just chill for a little bit, because you need that. There isn't necessarily the time to do it for days at a time like we'd like. There isn't the long weekend. I mean, we remember when Rebecca was young, this is the time where we'd kick off our vacation, and we'd go away for weeks at a time. Starting at Thanksgiving. We don't have the ability to do that now, okay? Thank you, Glenda. Welcome, welcome. But it's about bringing that serenity to your world. So you need to find your happiness spot. You need to find your serenity spot. You need to find your calm spot. And this may be your calm spot. Sitting and watching me at night, okay, may be your serenity spot, okay? And I'm happy to have the tree and the fire going. Tree's on a timer. I programmed it all, tested it. Works. I couldn't get the lights on the mantle working. The greenery on the mantle has some lights too, and I couldn't get that working. So I admit fault with that. But it is, just getting that bit of calm in your world, okay? And this just draws us into calm. This draws us in to say, hey, it's okay to take a breath. We go 120 miles an hour all day long, all week long, all pandemic long. It's okay to take a rest, okay, to take a breath. And that's the theme of Self-Care Sunday. That's the most important message that I wanted to get to you tonight, was it's okay to have your serene spot, wherever that is. That can be in your garden, that can be in your sunroom, that can be, curled up in a blanket on the couch. But finding that time, and it's hard to say I'm going to take a whole day and do that right now. I get it. But taking a time, taking an hour, taking 2 hours, taking, sitting here by it with a glass of wine and the dog, okay? All of that is okay. I'm here to tell you it's okay to take a breath. Okay? Make a list. I've got my list for tomorrow. I've already made my tomorrow list. Okay? So my mind is free tonight. My mind is free and clear. I've made my tomorrow list. I've made my some of my lists for the week, okay, of things that I want to accomplish this week, so that I have things planned out. Will everything go perfectly? No! Okay? But we are on the, we're running along here, okay, and we're moving forward. So that is the key message tonight. That is the key message. And I'm going to come back to it because we got to get the official program isn't started until we do the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program officially every night, officially how we kick it off. And as November still got one more day in it. Okay, and tonight in the Good Morning, Good Night book, we are on page 198. And this is really good for Self-Care Sunday. I like this. Good morning, pain, joy, frustration, euphoria, everything. It all passes. It all keeps moving. Wherever you are is temporary. Let's go. I like that. I like that. It is all temporary. Everything is temporary. This moment in time is temporary. Okay? Even though I don't know when the end is, it's temporary. But we're working through it. We are moving forward. We are moving forward here, and we are on Self-Care Sunday, and we are taking care of you. Today, even if today is not your self-care day of the week, just us talking about it gets us in the moment and in the mindset, because it all starts up here. I mean, my family laughs at me because I say it all starts up here, but it does, okay? What you believe, you become. Okay? We're headed into winter here, so there's no more ants, no more automatic negative thinking. Let's go with the positive. Let's go with the positive. The Welties have arrived. We can start now. I have been delaying this program for the last, I don't even know how long I've been just blabbing. But now the official program, Self-Care Sunday, can start. Welcome to the program. The Welties are here. It is great to have you with us, Kurt. I forget, what was I talking about last night that I said that sounded like spin. It was, we were talking about something at Costco. We were talking about getting something, and then it was, oh no, that sounded like we were trying to be wealthies. Wealthies. And it wasn't a boat. I know that. It wasn't a boat. I'm trying to think of what we hoped for, but decided we could live without because, that'd be like fancy spinach dip when the regular dip would do. Okay? Chip and dip. We had, Kurt, you'll appreciate we had brisket nachos tonight as we watched a little bit of football. They sell everything at Costco. They sell everything at Costco. I was surprised, actually, Kurt, as I was driving early this morning, the number of people coming back on Thanksgiving that were towing boats this morning. I'm like, what's up with that? Where did you go in New England that you needed a boat or picked up a boat this weekend? Okay? What family member what family member's boat did you steal while you were at Thanksgiving that you attached to your car as you pulled out of their yard early in the morning? I don't know. I just saw a lot of boats in tow today as I was on the road, and I was like, it's just really a wrong time of year. Labor Day weekend, sure, but in New England at Thanksgiving to be towing boats seemed a little odd. So let's talk, people. Let's talk as we head into this week. As we head into week 38, 39. We are headed into week 38, 39, and I'm so excited for it. So excited. Because we're going to kick off December this week. Kick off December. We're going to deck December. We're going to deck it. We're going to deck it all the way to the register. Okay? And we are going to put money in the register often. We are going for hearing what is entitled Jewish Christmas bells ring all day long. That is your cash register, is Jewish Christmas bells. Okay, even the wealthies have that. Okay? Jewish Christmas bells, they ring. And we like them to ring loud and clear. We like them to ring loud and clear as we work through this, as we deck down December, okay? And we deck the halls and we deck the register in December as we turn the calendar this coming week. But there's still another day of November. There's still another day to really make it in this month. And it's been a good weekend for many of you. People have been out and want to support small business, okay? You just have to remind them that you're there. One of the things that I am, is hard for you, okay, as owners, because you have personal feelings on it, okay? You sell out of your own wallet. Angela, how are you? And it's a full moon. Another one, Full moon's rising, and so is the cash in your register, okay? Because people want to spend local. People want to spend with small businesses, even if they aren't local to that small business. They want to spend with small businesses. I saw one of Kelly's posts about another small business today, and I'm like, ooh, I got to check that place out. They have a gift that I could give. They have something that I could give as a gift. Hey, Jen, are you on the slopes too? I saw people out on the slopes there today. Great to have you here on Self-Care Sunday. But the one thing that we do a lot of times, and especially our people do, is sell out of our own pocket. One of the ways we do it as store owners, and I've talked about selling out of your own pocket before, and selling out of your own pocket refers to when you're selling based on your likes or your budget for things or your perceived value for things. Okay? So instead of getting the fancy thing because you can't afford the fancy spinach dip, you sell the budget bean dip, the 3-layer dip, okay, instead of the 7-layer dip, because you don't think they can afford the 7-layer dip. But they're the Welties. They can afford the 7-layer dip. They like 7 layers, okay? You know, it's you know, how you sell a less expensive item when the person, rather than understanding the person's needs and wants, and selling a more expensive item. One of the ways that you do this in marketing, okay, is you don't email enough. Okay, you think to post on social media, you think to post on Instagram, but you don't use your email enough. You look at your email inbox and you say, oh my God, I got another email from Macy's, another email from Michael's, another email from Marriott, another email from the airline, another email. I must have had 10 emails from them today. Do you unsubscribe? No. Okay. You can send more emails than you think you can. And this time of year, you should be sending it. Okay, so that some of them get through to people. Okay, they won't look at every one, but they will look at some, and it is getting that in front of them, getting your name. It's repetition. Advertising is all about repetition, so don't email out of your own pocket. Okay, make sure that that you're emailing often. Okay, even if it's the same message with a different subject line, email often. Copy what the big guys are doing. Do it often. Okay, you can't do it too much this time of year. The inboxes are filling up, just like the junk mail's filling up in your mailbox down at the curb. Oh, I love that, Jen. I'm glad that you're running the store. It's better that you send her to the slopes. It's better that you send her to the slopes. Rose, it is, but that's why I tell you not to, especially in these times, do not, put too much weight on a sales day. I had a lot of people asking me, did we have a good small business Saturday or a good Black Friday or a good weekend? And it's like, yes, but in these times, there's no saying what tomorrow will be. Last year, I looked up. Last year, we had a snowstorm. Okay, on the Monday after. Okay, and we were basically closed, or we probably should have been. But so you don't know in this pandemic what tomorrow will bring. We just have to be appreciative of every sale that comes through, no matter how big or small. Okay, and keep on working those channels and keep on, Cassandra and I were talking some marketing before I came on tonight, and we're further accelerating our marketing. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Jen. Cassandra's loving all the accolades. I decided this was my idea to flip the camera and say, hey, is there a way we can show off all the work you did? And put people in the holiday spirit. And Cassandra did a couple of things real quick, and boom, here I am. So, you need to market often. You need to look at it as people are only going to spend so much on holiday gift giving. So, like our promotion for not next weekend, the weekend after, Cassandra and I just talked about before coming on, and we're moving it up. We're moving it up a weekend earlier because it's more important that we capture, okay, those sales earlier, okay, that any potential sales, that we capture them earlier, that we get people in and we capture them earlier, because it's a limited thing. They are only going to spend so much. We don't know what the doomsday news media is going to do to them. We don't know what their doom scrolling, as they're scrolling through their Facebook and Instagram feeds, is going to do to their mentality. So we need to get their dollars earlier. So we're, pushing our promotions up to get those dollars in early. Okay, early and often in December. As we flip that calendar, we want them early and often. So lots of emails. Okay, lots of posts. More than you would do than you like yourself, because even we don't like getting a lot of marketing emails. I mean, the uptick in them has been huge, but that's the store owner in you. That's not the consumer in you. And people don't unsubscribe, and even the ones that do, it's a small percentage. Okay? And even you say, "Oh, I don't like those," but you don't go unsubscribe. And you get inspiration from them. So it's okay. Email often. Email often. Okay? Market often. And up your marketing game, especially on the early side here in December. Because we need to capture those dollars early. We need to get people in early and often. Okay? Because that will improve your mentality. But don't, Rose, get caught up in one day or 1 hour, or, I've talked about the days that I asked. I mean, there were days in the last few weeks that I asked, did anybody remember to unlock the door? Okay, literally, did you remember to unlock the door? I mean, it used to be if it was a slower day, I said, did you remember to turn on the open sign? Because that's a pet peeve of mine, is the open sign. But I've changed that message. Because a couple of days in the last month, it was like, literally, did you unlock the door? Did you? I'm like, who unlocked the door? Show me that the door is open. Go take a camera. I want to see the door open and close. I want to see you walk in and out it. Because it was that kind of sales that you can't get into the lows of that. You can't let that bring you down. Nor can you get like, woohoo! I can't believe all the money in the register! Woohoo! You can't celebrate the highs. You have to look at things over periods of time, a week, a month, 10 days. I typically don't look at anything less than a week. 10 to 14, 15 days is really sort of a sweet spot, because you sort of see things over that period of time, and you'll see what's happening. You'll see the trend that your store is running. And most stores overall, especially with a mix of merchandise, are running, about 80% or so of last year. And we're going to talk about this week. I've got 2 topics we're going to talk about this week that I know that I've had several people reach out to me about. One is our after Christmas end of year sale. Okay, and I'm going to dive into that one night this week. So I promise you I'll dive into that again and go deep for you on our after Christmas sale. Although it's not that deep a sale, but it's really a good boost to close the year out. And I even looked at it with one of you had asked me about it, and I looked at one of our pickers to compare. In the years before we ran the sale, one of our consignment furniture pickers, and since we've been running the sale. And so I'll share that detail with you this week. And that's one thing I'm going to work on with you. And the other thing we're going to work on this week that I've had a few of you message me on that you want me to talk about is, how do you plan a 2021 budget? How do you plan a 2021 budget? Hey, Nebraska Angie, how are you? How are you tonight? And how do you plan a 2021 budget? Well, we're going to talk about that. When I was telling Cassandra, Cassandra that that was one of the topics for the week, she's like, "Oh, that's good. So how are you going to explain that?" And I'm like, "Well, this." She's like, "Oh yeah, you got some work to do, but put that. That's a good topic." Because she's like, "Yeah, that's going to be interesting." And she's like, "What are you going to do when you get to April?" And March and April, and I'm like, "I got some ideas for that." She's like, "Good. People need those ideas." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll talk about them." So those are two key topics: what I do after Christmas, okay, and and how to plan a 2021 budget. Okay, how do you lay that out, and how do you make a plan for a 2021 budget? Excuse me. But we're going to talk about that. Oh, it's not that crazy. I want you to be fiscally responsible, Heidi. And you Iowans, is that a real term, Heidi? Did I make that up? You Iowans are good budget-minded people. You've seen destructions of farms and livelihoods and families. Okay, long before there were pandemics, there were other things that pillaged your communities there in Iowa, and so you're the perfect fans having a good budget and the complexities with it in this year. So we're going to talk about that. I still remember my first trip to Iowa, Burlington, Iowa. Burlington, Iowa is the first place I ever went in Iowa. I've been to Iowa 3 times, 4 times. 3 or 4 times. Iowans, all right, I got it. So we're going to talk about that this week. And I know that's going to generate even more questions, but we're going to talk about it because it's so important. It's so important that we look at that and take a look at it and say, hey, what can we do with this? And how do we objectively look at 2021 with all the unknowns of 2021 that are still facing you as a business owner? And what's the right way to look at it? Because it's going to be planning a year, still a year that's like no other. Okay? Just because we flip the calendar does not make the pandemic go away. Okay? Just because we flip the calendar does not make the pandemic go away. So we're going to work on all of that. I promise you we will. And so those are my 2 big topics for the week, but there's still plenty of days and plenty of time to get other things in there and other ideas as we work through things this coming week. And as we flip the calendar to December, another month. And we're going to deck your register with lots of sales this December. That's the goal. So promote often is the key message tonight. Promote often, okay? Move up your promotions to get their dollars earlier, okay? So that you're their spinach dip. So that you are the spinach dip of their holiday budget. Okay? Is very important. And so that becomes a key thing to do. And self-care, okay? This is Self-Care Sunday, people. And it's the theme of Self-Care Sunday, again, is that you find a time in your week. It doesn't have to be Sunday. I've had that from some of you. You're like, Neil, I can't do Sunday. The only day off I can get, the only time I can get any time off is Wednesday. Fine, you can have Self-Care Wednesday. That's okay. The important thing is that you find time in your schedule for some self-care. You find time for some peace. You find time for some cookies. You find time to on the couch and sit with the dog. Okay, and see if the dog will give you some space on the couch. That is what's so important. That is why Self-Care Sunday exists. Okay? And the theme of that is wherever it works for you in the week. I talk about it on Sundays, but I can't always make it happen in my week on Sunday. Okay? But it's important to make it happen sometime in your week. So sometime in your week, you make that happen and make that a part of your world and enjoy it as part of that. So that is why that's so important. Okay? So don't forget that importance, and don't forget to prioritize you. Okay? Because without you, there is none of the rest of this matters. Okay? Without a healthy you, without a refreshed you, without some serenity now, you, none of this matters. And you matter. You matter. So that is why this is so important. And that's why we talk about it right now here every Sunday. Every Sunday we make it a priority to be a part of our Sunday. So that is my message there. I hope somebody's making Patty's famous favorite chocolate chip oatmeal cookies, okay, which is the recipe of the week. I am super excited about it. I know Cassandra's going to make them at some point. The chill the dough for 3 hours thing kind of threw things off, but I know it is on the agenda. I think she was hoping for a quick cookie tonight, and that just didn't happen. I guess we're going to have some leftover pie. Leftover pie. What do you call it? You know, this video and everything we talk about every night goes over to narts.org/resalestrong by noon the very next day. The recipe of the week goes over to narts.org/resalestrong, or you can find the link right on the Resale Strong page, narts.org/resalestrong. There's also a link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can go right to the YouTube channel, see all the videos right in order, and catch up on any that you missed. You find them all right there. You can like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell to make sure you're notified when a new one drops. Also, share it with all your friends in business so that we can help everybody get to the other side of this. This is a marathon, people, a marathon. We got to help everybody get to the other side of this. I am here every night at More 8 Than Ish, live in the Narts private Facebook group. If you have a question in between, you just email me, Neil, Neil at ECIstores.com, Neil@ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start. If you were not here at the beginning of the program, tonight we are on page 198. Good morning, pain, joy, frustration, euphoria, everything. It all passes. It all keeps moving. Wherever you are is temporary. Let's go. Our good night tonight is good night. Rage, bliss, fatigue, rapture, everything. It all passes. It all keeps moving. Where you are is fleeting. Andiamo? I'm saying that wrong. But hey, it all passes, people. It's all fleeting. We're going to get there. Just serenity now. Take the time for self-care. We're going there. We're going to make it. But you got to pace yourself. That is where Self-Care Sunday makes it work. I will be back here tomorrow night at More 8 Than Ish. Until then, I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah, even a cookie bake-a-thon, a cookie swap even. Until we can be together and do things together, know that I'll be back here tomorrow where you And most especially you. Yes, you hiding in the back there. I see you. You're not alone running this store. Go make the most out of the last day of November. You can do it. November! Have a great night, everybody. It's time for dessert.